Here, let me just
Liru.
make sure everything's
Keep
streaming,
memories.
making sure everything's good, make sure we're all underway here.
Oh, we got a nearly perfect line.
So that nothing bad happens.
Guys,
I'm seeing some reaction, but
Don't do what the pilots do. We're better than them.
let's
Shut
just
up.
make sure everything's good, make sure
We can
OBS
snooze while
isn't
doing
fucking up,
this.
because we've been having a few issues lately, and there's been some updates
guy's
with
missing an
OBS,
arm.
so hopefully
Wait, they're all
we're online.
Okay.
Yes, we
They're all
are.
Oh
missing
my
an
god,
arm.
he
Battle
is.
damage.
The ones that are saluting is clipping. Their left arm is clipping through their
That's
uniform.
Jimbo. They're war veterans.
Alright, at
They're
ease,
all
gentlemen.
doing
At ease. You can stop wobbling around like dum-dums.
Sit at ease.
Very simple op today,
Silly
gentlemen.
sitting down.
We've got 5 wipeouts that'll be respawnable. We've got 5 armed blackfish with AA support on them, and we have a command ship over there with 9 Tigrises. Pilots, you'll be flying shit tonight. Gunners, engineers, I think it's pretty simple what you'll be doing. Now the main mission is very simple. You're going to fly over to the CSAT Firebase, and you're going to light it the fuck up with the armed blackfish, take everything out, and then you're going to go to the CSAT main base and do the exact same thing. Wipeouts are respawnable, but the armed blackfish and the command ship are not. The mission is fail if all 5 blackfish get shot down, as well as the command ship. Try to limit your A10 use for CAS. Try to let the blackfish do it, but otherwise it is an option. But be prepared, because CSAT will throw everything they have at you.
User joined your channel.
Any questions?
Yes, how do we rearm the Tigrises?
You don't.
So conserve ammo.
Yes.
Roger.
And by the way, whenever you're in the gunner seat of a Tigris on top of the blackfish, don't shoot the propellers off to the right or the left.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh yeah, that
will-
would be very smart, guys. Yeah, refresh the
Watch your
page if you're
fire
having an
Common
issue with
sense.
the stream. That
just
usually
think
fixes
about
it.
what you're doing.
It's
I
gonna
know
be
a
a
lot of us
mess.
don't have parachutes either.
Alright, where's Enzio? Can you step forward?
Yes, sir.
Alright, you're flying the command. Everyone else, start dividing your roles, start dividing in TS channels, and we'll get this mission underway. Next 2 missions will be PvP, and we'll have our briefings accordingly when we get
User
there.
left your channel.
Pilots,
Yeehaw.
you,
Good luck.
You wanna,
Have fun.
pilots, you want to pick your gunners?
Okay.
Yeah. Come pick
I'm
us.
not
Gunners,
fussed.
line up.
Gunners, get back in the line. Gunners, get back in the line. Pilots, just pick one at a time. Don't
Seriously?
everybody pick at once.
So we have a
Pirates,
very
so where are the
interesting
pilots?
set of
So
ops
the
for you
TeamSpeak
guys
channel.
tonight.
Really
Just
want
make
to
sure
have a
everyone's
pilot
added
with
to
us,
the
you don't
interface
really want
accordingly.
pilots in one place.
So pilot's going
Delete
to
some of
One
the
pilot
crap
for
on
each
the
channel,
runway.
basically, for
Well, have them
whoever's in.
pick their people first.
User
But
joined
we have
your
Yeah.
multiple
Pick your
armed
people
blackfish, and we have a
I
submarine
mean, we
command ship.
got 11 gunners, and we got like
Okay, it looks like we
2
have...
on the
gonna move my
blackfish
channel here 'cause
and
they
9
can't
on the
6 pilots.
big guy.
channel switched.
Alright, so basic order procedure tonight, we're going to be, when they get airborne, really throwing everything that we have at them, but I've got a bunch of dry assets here for them to shoot at both locations. We'll be mobilizing those accordingly. We also have airship on airship ready. Both of them are prepped and on opposite sides of the map, NATO versus CSAT, and then we're going to have submarine warfare as well tonight. So really testing the limits of what we can do with these submarine assets. And I've also done some experimentation with the trawlers, but that'll be for a different day because those take even more fucking time. But from the looks of it, some of these guys are already setting up, getting in these cheetahs ready to go.
Poobah,
And how
get on
are you guys
TeamSpeak
doing?
Or get out.
Do I even Zeus? I don't know. Do I even Zeus? Vietnams are on Sundays. Good God. They're already wasting ammo. But they're going to be lining up. I think Enzio's going to give the layout of who's going to be doing what. We still got some more late joiners coming in since we did just start. But otherwise, it's going to be a bit slow to start out. We're going to see a lot of assets thrown their way. Hopefully we'll get underway pretty quickly. Yeah, we only have about 30 people on today, which I honestly don't mind. Tanoa's laggy enough with 50 to 60. But makes it easier to do these balanced ops accordingly. Besides with the submarine stuff, I experimented left and right with both the custom compositions of saving it and loading it and trying to find the angle stuff. It would not work. I spent 2 hours trying to dig around for those options. I will try again, but you can't really, I mean, if there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then a pilot, that's 16 people a sub. I mean, that's kind of the best you can do. So if we had 50 to 60, we'd have to just add more Zeppelins, which means I'd have to spend more time making them, which can be an absolute pain in the ass because they have a high tendency to explode. So what would you guys like to see? Achilles is finally working again. Yep. In terms of CSAT deployment, though, other than making too many enemy custom compositions, because I just want to focus on aerial combat today, since the Planes DLC will be coming out in 1 to 2 months. I do want to start testing people's piloting skills, because I would love to do a few ops showcasing that DLC with Arma 3's 2017 roadmap of so many different DLCs coming out. I would love to, help showcase them, help promote them, because the more money Bohemia gets, the better Arma 4 will be, which will be years down the road, but the better that game is, the better it'll be to Zeus, good God. We have even more late joiners funneling in, but it looks like we've got Jimbo and Rut already ready with A10s. I'm going to be very curious to see how they deploy the rest of these units, because they got 5 pilots. Looks like they're lining up some of these Blackfish crews. Yep, so they're going to need, 1 pilot, 1 guy for the armed guns, and then 1 to 2 for the Tigrises. And no problem, guys. I mean, I'm glad some of you are liking the content, and I just hope you keep enjoying it. I think Enzio, yep, he's organizing 4 Blackfishes to be used at the same time, and then 1 in reserve, which is good. And then he's going to probably divide the rest of these engineers to be within the command ship, and this thing is a big beast. I think from now on, too, for submarine stuff, I might just use the Blackfish, because yes, it makes it a bigger target area. If these wings get hit, this thing's going to go down, but that makes a lot more logical sense. Plus, compared to working with choppers, this was a lot better to use in terms of trying to balance everything to lower it enough so that people can get into these turrets without having to do some crazy teleporter shit. Pain in the ass. Absolute pain in the ass. But we do have a few more. I just saw Auntie join in, so there's going to be 5 gunners for these cheetahs. And then I think I'll put some AI in the rest of them. But yep, Enzio's running up. The rest of these teams are getting organized, but the main goal I'm trying to go for this is if you've ever seen Avatar, one of those final fight scenes where you had all these gunships in the air fighting the Na'vi, we're going to have something slightly similar to that. We got more crap on the runway. The issue is those are textured, so if the wipeout bumps into that, it's going to explode, and then they're going to question it, and that's going to be a very interesting debrief topic. And I mean, here's what I'm thinking in terms of just simplifying some stuff. I did do an experimentation with this, but just to keep planes in formation. Let's do this. This is a bit of a cheap way, and also if this guy gets shot down, I gotta be very quick to detach these guys.
Acceleration with?
Now if we go to development tools, nope, it's under objects, attach.
He should be with me.
So that way I can literally launch them into squadrons, and then these two guys will stay in formation with him, and they'll also fire missiles and do things themselves. I'm gonna have a second squadron on standby. One's a bit more awkward. Let me just... Okay, apparently that doesn't work. But fun fact for some of the stuff, if you disable the simulation after you attach it, you can still edit some of it. You can still move it around, so if you need to make small micro adjustments after you
Everybody
already
get up now.
attach things, it's much better. And I don't know why, but with the recent Achilles update, I'll show this off in a second as well, but they flopped the side of the submarine. Difficulty's taking off. Who's having an issue taking off? That one's crude. Big Mama can't turn on the engine. What? God damn it, I tested some of these and they were fine. Big Mama's too fat.
Alright, Bravo's loaded.
Nope, see, they're getting it. They're getting it. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Some of them are a little bit tricky, but if you give it a few moments, they'll be able to turn on. But they also have their wipeouts armed and ready, but just quickly... Actually, hell, let's just see these guys take off. They're getting ready. Everything's good. They've still got one of the engineers down. Why didn't we get earbuds? Yeah, vanilla sucks. Because you can't get earbuds. But just to quickly show this.
Are we clear for takeoff?
I am. Yeah.
See, if I try to align this, let's say, normally for a normal vehicle, if you want it to face a direction, you face the cursor in the way of it. Now it flips it 180 degrees, and then for custom compositions, it makes some crazy shit. Let's see some of these guys take off here. Shit, also, I haven't fixed the stream tip stuff. Don't tip me today. Don't tip me today. I don't know why. It broke even more when I was testing it this morning. Don't tip me today, please. Let's make sure it works fucking properly before I start doing that, alright? Because I don't want to let you guys down.
Yeah, are we all
That's just...
information?
Don't do it. Wait till I have it working.
Alright, just give us the go ahead when we move out.
Yeah, I got the boat.
But I really want to see this one take off.
We just hold one separate path.
You can try to be formation, but keep like a couple hundred.
They're talking about keeping formation. I'm actually very curious to see what formation they try to keep here.
Yeah, give each other enough room for evasive maneuvers. There might be
Yeah, so I have the proper file type set, and I had the proper file type set on Monday. It requires like an OGC file or something, and I've made one and I've set it to that, but it doesn't do it. Like, it doesn't play it, which kind of pisses me off, so I still got to figure that one out, and the internet's not really helpful. Look at Romulus here just watching these things. And they're armed on the left side. They are literally VTOL AC-130s.
Alright, Bravo's lifting.
I guess Romulus isn't getting on. Is there 3D models? There's one of the wipeouts taking off. Come on. Romulus is now freaking out. He didn't get on in time. Now we got this A-10 getting prepped to go. Meanwhile, these bombers are now getting underway, so let's start. See, they keep formation here. Oh shit, I forgot to attach that one. Whoops.
What's going to be our engagement altitude for the CSAT base?
What? Once they take off, I can't teleport people over. That's on you, buddy.
I'm detecting enemy air assets on the radar.
Alright, let's see some of this. Trying to launch some of these accordingly. Damn it, I thought they were going to try to keep formation, but it doesn't look like they are. Romulus was just kind of dicking around, not really getting in the turret. That's his loss.
Okay guys, Big Mama is in the air.
Big Mama's in the air.
Copy that. Most
Alright,
of
let's
the
get some of these
black
pilots
ships
up.
seem like they're
Shit.
at the AO.
Yep, start engaging.
Missile went out. Alright, let's not get distracted here. Let's start scrambling everything.
Be aware there are enemy jets flying from southwest to southeast. Northeast, sorry.
They're also flying pretty heavy up here. Pretty high up here. Curious to see where Jimbo and the other wipeout pilot are. Rutger. I don't see them anywhere here. Because they're the A-10s. There's the main AA guys here.
Do we have friendly,
Also, one of the weaknesses of these vehicles is that for the Tigris, the Cheetahs, I'm sorry, they're only doable for the top. Desync rip. These guys are just kind of encircling the base. This didn't go quite as expected, but still, this is pretty fucking funny.
Command is down.
Command is down. No! Already?
Can we have all pilots
Marine.
I don't know how they got shot down already, but good God. Press F to pay respect for the command ship already down. Good God. One of the A-10s went down as well. There she goes. bouncing around on the water. This ain't too bad because now some of these tigresses
Copy.
can be AA right next to the base, so that's not a total loss. But that is pretty bad. Yeah, Dreams has just gotten out and killed himself. Same with Battle. Looks like, yeah, they're just gonna die. Again, that was a good opportunity, but nothing really has been done. Meanwhile, they've definitely cleared out some of these airships here.
So guys, how are we doing?
Was that directed at me?
Back at some of this stuff here.
On the edge of the runway in front of the plane, there's more tanks.
Still have BTRs to deal with here, which some of them are trying to engage.
Like directly across from the burning planes.
Some people are getting kicked off for memory leaking, I'm betting. Yep, some are falling out, but if one of the pilots falls out, oh god.
I'm going into hover mode real quick.
One of them's been shot down.
Maybe I've got the tanks now.
That's not good.
In planes. Just on
Man,
the ground.
how many blackfish are still up?
So they've lost one of the blackfish, but they're still gonna have 4 operational.
Bravo down.
I just took the last blackfish at base.
Right in front of the burning plane.
They're trying to coordinate blowing these up. Once they do, I will say that this base is destroyed. They're trying here. Doesn't seem they're able to line up good enough shots. Looking at base here. Yeah, one of the crews doesn't know what to do because they've lost it. Otherwise, I'd say just start getting in the wipeouts. There we go. Some of them are being taken out. But I think the trick here has been to just kind of stay in hover mode and let the gunners do their thing. See some of the A-10 smoking as well. Some of these pilots have gone down. We still have that squad of 3. Alright, let's start setting up this base. So, a few more Tigresses.
This is Bravo pilot, taking off in an A-10 now.
Let's add some Camishes. And then we'll also, you know, these will be just destroyable. Because this was meant to be a PvP op, but, you know, dealing with the amount of players we got. Let's take those out and say that this is secure.
Alright, Bravo pilot taking off again.
Be advised, firebase has been destroyed. Proceed to the main base. Out. Now let's really mobilize anything and everything that we can do.
En route to main base.
Hey guys, we got blocked with Liru. Come on, get over here.
How many blackfish are still up?
I think that'll be good.
Echo proceeding to
Jimbo flying
CSAT
right
main
into
base.
the nest,
Is Delta the only blackfish still up?
taking
No,
heavy
any other
fire.
ones are close. Yeah.
He's immediately shot down.
Angry still up. I haven't been shut down yet.
Fucking
Echo
hell,
is
but
still
he
up
does
and
well to
taking
take
0
out
shots.
half
We're
of
good
the
to go. Play a few
base.
more rounds.
Good God, Jim. You go into the water, but the damage done. More missiles being sent out here at the second wipeout. A massive amount of damage done. Some of these guys decrewed. Fucking hell, that was amazing.
Be advised, other Blackfish, you have 2 jets on you. Yeah, we do.
Now we got some of the Blackfish coming in. It is really hard to follow some of these, but more destruction going on this airfield. VTOLs in the air engaging each other. Both hangars destroyed. Madness.
Delta, be careful with that blackfish.
Looks like another Blackfish was shot down.
After that,
Again, Enzio takes a shot and gets hit. One of the
Alright, if you can-
wipeouts are
if you-
down. Wipeouts are being mobilized left and right here. Fuba is being retarded, getting in front of them. Now we're just having a very quick and fast mobilization of whatever assets are available. As we have enemy planes flying right into the enemy into their base. Let's get back over the action here.
Out of the base.
Blackfishes are flying very heavily up here. We do have A-10 support taking out enemy fast movers. I think one of them's going to need to try to hover again to take out the rest of those assets. It will be tough to do with these Tigrises. There it is, though. Now I'm gonna have a little bit of fun here.
One of the 3 jets.
Remote control having a little bit of an
Get
issue.
their jet bearing on tail. Can we get some assistance, please?
Missile right on me.
3 jets over base
Bravo
are down.
I mean, that one is just looking like a prime target here. Lag spike. I might have just crashed by blowing it up. Really? This is why I hate Tanoa.
That main base.
Unoptimized for shit. Yes, I understand you're crashing me because of some fucking random error message having to do with heli transport landing pod turret on a bench. That's a Taru bench it's talking about. Well, I already crashed. GG, well played. So looking back, yeah, they've pretty much fucked this base up, so we missed the last bit, but good enough. This was the one I was shooting at. You can see some of the battle damage on it. But alright, that is definitely a successful operation. spelled that wrong. Some of the jets are still getting killed. I just saw 3 people get killed right there. That might have been another blackfish crashing.
11, regroup.
Yeah, that was pretty easy, I know.
7, 0, 3,
But the command ship got instantly swatted. That was pretty fucking funny overall, though, I gotta say.
7, 0, 3, 1.
Yeah, remote control's not doing too well. I mean, you can also see just some of the desync of some of these players. That's also probably accounting for this issue. I mean, they're kind of just flipping along. Fucking hell, Arma, fix your shit.
10, rally up.
But I hope that was at least somewhat enjoyable.
1, 7.
Quickly tab out here.
Channel switched. Sound resumed.
Well, that happened.
11, fall back.
What did you do this time?
Alright, if you can, start forming up in my channel. We'll have a small debrief over that, because... And you're blowing up the wipeouts. Great.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Liru, the wipeouts are spawning on each other.
Liru, they're spawning on top of each other.
That's why they're blowing up.
Yeah.
It's been happening for a while.
Bravo
User
couldn't
joined
get
your
off the
channel.
ground because of that.
User joined your
God.
channel.
The first time it happened, it scared the whole like
User
the
joined
whole
your
squad.
channel.
And now it's just custom.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Whoa!
User joined your channel.
The only
Ah.
blackfish. We should all salute.
I thought
I'm
I was told Delta's.
Are we really still the only blackfish?
Charlie's on its
Yeah.
way.
No, Angry
2
Dead
blackfish
Blackfish is still
survived out of
I'm still
5.
I
alive.
heard
Command got wiped immediately.
I
Saw
said
that.
that.
Twice.
Liru, I called that.
Just an easier target.
I called that. That command would be killed immediately.
I mean, our first run with the big one went better than the second one.
We could only see a kilometer away.
I killed
it
the
sucks.
Tigris. I killed the Tigris on that first command run. It worked.
We look really stupid.
Dragon, let me heal you.
Thank you. You're so kind.